Hi everyone, and thanks for clicking. My name is Bethany Jackson, and I'm an ISSA certified personal fitness trainer and sole proprietor of Old Fashioned Fitness. Today we're going to be talking about macronutrients, and I'm going to be reading from a finals essay that I wrote for my certification. The information will help you to recognize any limiting factors in your diet that may be keeping you from making the progress that you would like to be. So I'm here to help you make smart nutritional choices, and let's get started with talking about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates' role in energy production is to be broken down in the upper gastrointestinal system into one of three monosaccharides, mono meaning one and saccharides meaning sugar. So, one of three monosaccharides, which are glucose, fructose, or galactose. These monosaccharides are absorbed in the small intestine and are sent to the liver. Some monosaccharides are stored in the liver and muscles as glycogen for later use as energy. The rest of the monosaccharides are released into the bloodstream as glucose. There is very little to this process, which is why carbohydrates' role in performance is as a quick energy source, since working muscles have a supply of glycogen right at their disposal. It's generally considered healthy to consume carbohydrates that digest and absorb into the bloodstream slowly, such as whole fruits, whole vegetables, and whole grains. Since highly processed carbohydrates, such as refined sugars and white flours, absorb too quickly, which may lead to insulin resistance if consumed too frequently and/or in large amounts. Slow digesting carbohydrates also help keep the gastrointestinal tract healthy and lower bad fats in the circulatory system. Speaking of fats, fat's role in energy production is as the densest form of consumable energy. Fat builds hormones, bet you didn't know that, makes up the brain and central nervous system, bet you knew that, and makes up our outer membrane of all of our cells. Fat also has an important role in transporting fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin E. Fat has a very important role in human performance because without its consumption, we would not function at all. There are certain fats that the body needs that it cannot make. Fats, saturated fats no less, those are supposed to be the bad ones, right? Actually benefit metabolism, help curb inflammation, and help with many aspects of the circulatory system. Without proper fat ratios, the brain and central nervous system would fail to function properly, causing lack of proper muscular performance. Another cause of incorrect body performance has been linked to trans fats. Now those are the real bad fats, which are found in hydrogenated oil products such as Crisco brand shortening, not to be confused with lard, which is pork fat. Trans fats have been found detrimental to many aspects of a healthy body. A balance of omega acids, saturated and unsaturated fat, are suggested to the generally healthy public, such as walnuts and other nuts, fish and/or algae oils, many seeds, avocados, and moderate amounts of beef and eggs. As a side note, if you're a huge fan of saturated fats like I am, try to eat an amount of unsaturated fats that are greater or equal to your saturated fat intake, as well as cutting a few sources of refined sugar and refined carbohydrates, which should then be replaced with whole foods. Protein's role in energy production starts with its breakdown in the gastrointestinal system. Protein is broken down into peptides and individual amino acids. Branched-chain amino acids are absorbed by the small intestine first, which are then sent to the liver to be distributed. High protein intake can create amino acid pools in the bloodstream, which the body can then absorb when needed for fibrous tissue repair, such as muscles need after a workout, or when stimuli signals for hormone or enzyme production. These amino acids can also be called from their pool to help regulate the immune system, which we could not survive, much less perform without. Branched-chain amino acids' role in body performance is to increase our work capacity by producing insulin, a hormone, which allows for muscle absorption of glucose, which it uses for fuel. Branched-chain amino acids can be used as fuel themselves in endurance events. Healthy sources of lean protein include buffalo or American bison, black beans, venison, which I eat a ton of, and reduced fat dairy. I hope this information has helped you to make decisions in the future. Thank you so much for clicking, and don't forget to subscribe and share.